We've like renamed it to the Cooler Project.
So this is the third day that we have gone to the high school in King George just to check out what they're doing there with what they call the Cooler Project. I'm about to get in my car and head over to pick up Danny. It's 9 o'clock, so it's not like super early, but it's early for me. Got my coffee and we're gonna go see if maybe today we can't help them pass out stuff off the buses and just kind of see everything in action today.
So we're on our way to do a video. We're covering a story on the Cooler Project. They basically just giving food to people, and the reason that's important is because right now we live in the time of the coronavirus.
Without the coronavirus though, 22 million kids rely on school lunches to get their food, or reduced cost lunches at schools in order to get like 2 meals a day. With the coronavirus, like a lot of schools shut down, like actually all of the schools shut down. And so a lot of kids have been without food, without lunches. The No Kid Hungry project that the nation runs is predicting that 1 in 4 kids will actually be without meals because of coronavirus.
So we didn't do much research into whether or not that was actually an accurate number. These companies are making money off of the fact that kids are hungry. But if it is true, and whether or not that number is true, is obvious that there are going to be kids who are not having food like they usually do, because the poverty levels can only grow in a situation where no one can go to work, and people who do have jobs are probably making less money because the companies are making less money.
What if we just missed?
We might have missed the bus. There's a bus! Yeah, it looks like it's a little angled a little bit differently.
So if it's okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right, thank you.
We'll grab this cart. Sorry.
That's all right. We're on your way.
How did this all start?
So when the governor came on March 13th and said he was closing schools indefinitely, the state immediately kicked into, okay, how we're going to feed these kids. And then they decided, well, everybody can switch over to their summer programs. And there are a number of summer programs. I chose the one that said Seamless Summer option, and that one just continued. It was a continuation of my National School Lunch Program. So then I didn't have to jump any hoops or do anything extra because I'm doing it anyway.
So if I Google Seamless Summer option,
it'll pull up. And but we've like renamed it to the Cooler Project.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Is that just like a local thing? Or?
No, so once LifePoint found out about it, they, came and started helping us like they're doing right now, and they saw that we were scrounging for coolers. So the sheriff's department dropped off coolers, the fire department dropped off coolers, personal people heard about it and dropped off coolers, but it still wasn't enough, because we're trying to put 200 cartons of milk into each cooler. So LifePoint was here when people were bringing in the coolers, and someone asked me about it. I said, yeah, we're just short on coolers. So LifePoint came in and brought like 6 coolers, 6 giant coolers. I'm like, yes! And then they brought more coolers. And then I guess when they talked about it back at their church, they said, oh, well, that's where we're taking the coolers. It's like, that's the cooler project. So they just got named the cooler project.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Back on March the 27th, because I even went back to find the email, Monique Diner, who is the emergency planner for King George Fire and Rescue, reached out to my pastor, Chip Blakely, and asked him if he could find 4 volunteers to come alongside the school and nutrition services to help load coolers on the buses to help pack breakfast and lunches for the kids. And then it was then my job to try to find 4 volunteers 3 days a week, 9:30 to 1, to come to the high school and pack breakfast and lunches. It was a daunting task at first because people were working. I'm like, where am I going to find people? But it was originally supposed to be for like a week or 2. And that was March 29th when LifePoint started. We're still here going, and I still have my team who consistently shows up 3 days a week, 4 people, and we have 4 people that come into the high school. It originally started out Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, but now with Fridays being slower and the heat, we've now switched to Monday and Wednesdays, but my team will still come in on Tuesdays to pack for Wednesday because we give 5 lunches to cover from Wednesday back to when they come back Monday. So what happens is every Saturday I send out my group message asking for their availability, because I have to fill 4 slots in here at the high school. Then I have to fill 2 slots at Potomac Elementary School, 2 at Sealston, and 2 at King George Elementary.
We gotta get in the car quick!
Oh, that's top. Great. Look, the one I thought was white is top.
Don't get me wrong, I am dead dog tired. I am really tired. This is probably, I always thought I worked hard, but I didn't. This is the hardest I've ever worked in my life. And, but the outcome is well worth it. When you look and see that some weeks we feed 6,000 kids, it's amazing. March 18th was our first day.
And do you have like any idea how long it might go for?
No, I don't. Every month it gets extended. So it just got extended to July. So they told us that, the end of July. But if schools still aren't back open, then the state will extend it again.
Are you providing those lunches for?
All 4, I'm providing it for 4 schools. So we're doing Sealston Elementary, Potomac Elementary, King George Elementary, and then here, King George High School. Like I said, we're unable to do the middle school because of the construction. The waivers that the state put in, normally this program, if I did it in the summer, students had to come in and get their own bags, and they had to eat it here. But with the waivers, and we didn't want parents bringing their kids in the cars, so we just allow parents to come. And so the parents, all they do is pull up right out there, and they say 5 bags, 6 bags. That's all they have to tell us is how many kids. and then we give them the bags for that. We looked at this, this guy did a survey, and the survey showed that during the summer months, parents' grocery bills went up by like $500. That is unanswered money. That's money people don't plan for. So for this to have happened in March, that your bill goes up $300 to $500, and then parents were losing their jobs or their hours were getting cut, it was basically impossible. It was a no-win situation for parents to really be able to do that, and they had to and their kids were home. You still had to feed them. So I think that this really helped.
Well, we're back from our adventure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
First things first, facts and facts. So this week alone, they gave out 7,068 bags of food.
How did you feel about the project?
So I just loved Anita and Lisa's spirit. They were just like the coolest people. Like Anita.
Pretty neat people.
Yeah, Anita was working so hard. Like she was telling us how hard she was working and how many hours she's putting into this to take care of these kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole time we were talking to her, she was just kind of like always like smiling and happy
very
and
jovial.
Yeah, and we didn't get this on camera, but the moment that I walked in there and met her and sat down and was talking with her, she just started telling me stories of how she was going to these different houses, and like one of the houses she had accidentally fallen through the porch and like injured her ankle, but like the whole time she's telling me the story, she's just like laughing about it. It was just like
funny story. I missed that.
You missed that
camera,
Yeah, she was like
darkness, my old friend.
had fallen through the porch, and the only person that was there at that moment was the grandma, who was like trying to like get over to her and help her, and then all of the kids came, and the kids are like 8 years and under. So they're like trying to help her, like this little 5-year-old's like trying to pull her out, and she was like, okay, just back up, give me some space. So yeah, she was just a great person, just really sweet. And
yeah, that's one thing I was thinking about. I kind of said it while we were editing the video. I started thinking to myself, you know, this project that we're working on, this finding problem solvers and telling their stories, I think it's going to be really exciting, because we're going to end up meeting a lot of people like Anita and Lisa, a lot of people that you're just kind of really glad that they exist. And I'm excited to meet more people like that.
Yeah, and the bus drivers too.
Yeah, the bus drivers.
The bus drivers were telling us how, you know, you got to have a heart for it. And they actually started out, like, even though it is a state-run operation, they started out on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really an official thing or something like that. And so when Anita first asked people for help, it was volunteering their time. So that was really cool.
It was neat.
Yeah.
It was neat seeing everyone work together, and yeah, I'm glad that this exists. But yeah, it's been exciting. I'm glad we got to be on this project. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, you can like and subscribe, or not if you didn't enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, share it around and talk about how angry you are at us. That'd be great.
Also, if you're watching this and you have a problem that you would like us to cover, please send us an email or a message on any of our social medias.
Excuse me, you said that wrong.
What?
Okay, if you have a problem that is being solved.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did say that wrong. Okay, let's end this video before it gets any worse.
Yeah.